So just returned back from the club because I have joined a few clubs where I get to interact with Scottish people as well, because very unfortunately that I always complain about Strathclyde, there is a lack of diversity. Therefore I have joined these clubs where I get to interact with the Scottish people as well. So the meeting today took place at Doubletree by Hilton, and this was the first in-person meeting of this club. Earlier there were a few meetings that took place online, and another club that I had joined whose meetings take place at Jury's Inn Hotel. These are two popular hotels, and people are super friendly, where we get to interact, discuss, debate, deliver speeches. And in the morning I had the class, and that was very interesting class by Steve Patton. And now I'm at the Sauchiehall Street, and then afterwards I'll be heading towards my accommodation. And this is the Sauchiehall Street. This is very famous because there are lots of nightclubs on this street. And so that is the shopping mall John Lewis, that is just located a wee bit from my accommodation, because my accommodation is in the city center. This is Rangers store, where I often talk about Rangers versus Celtic teams. So they are just selling the merchandise of Rangers team, that is a very famous football team, and Rangers and Celtic, they are arch rivals. And this is Buchanan Galleries. So this is the statue of Donald or Endeavour. And my accommodation is just that way. And like I always say, there's a sort of hilly region, this Glasgow or entire Scotland. So just over there is a slope, like you'll notice upslope that way, and this slopey area as well. And this is Buchanan Galleries and Victoria's Secret, that is a ladies brand, very popular as well. And just that way is my accommodation. And then I had to turn left from Merchant City gate. This entire region is city center area is known as Merchant City, because in ancient time probably the merchants used to sell something, probably tobacco or something. You'll all the time witness amazing magnificent architecture almost in the entire England. And this place is known as Nelson Mandela place, because it was named after the South African leader Nelson Mandela, who played his vital role to eradicate the differences between the black and African, black and white South Africans. There was an ongoing war in Africa. He played his vital role to eradicate that violence. And just towards that way is the George Square. So this is the main city center, and you'll see these streets bustling with people. And this is the central station in Glasgow. Here in Glasgow, or in the Scotland at least, because I had visited some of the places, you'll find the names of the streets on the buildings so that they are easily identifiable. So this is Buchanan Street. When I arrived for the first time in Glasgow, so I was reading that name as Buchanan. So that was a bit confusing. That was the very first day that I came to know it's not Buchanan but rather Buchanan. So whenever I'm coming from Buchanan Galleries and Buchanan Street, my accommodation is just next. I just have to turn left. So this is Buchanan Street, and just at the end of the street is subway station, Sentinel, that is known as St. Enoch. So we have two options to move towards my accommodation. One is this is the Merchant City gate. So I can go either from this way, but I would prefer from that way. Just have to cross the Vodafone. And this is the Gordon Street. Like I said, I had to just cross to the Vodafone and Buchanan Street. Then this is the exchange place, because in Merchant City in ancient times the Scottish merchants used to sell their merchandise, most probably that was tobacco or something. I do not exactly know. I have yet to discover. So this is GoMA, Glasgow Modern Glasgow Gallery of Modern Art, that is located there. And these are, that is social, that is a bar, and upstairs is probably. So when I was recording this video, these guys were a bit disturbed, so I apologize them. And this is Kong is also a nightclub, the Magio as well. And this is the bar where people can sit in and enjoy the drinks, because obviously in the West there's a culture of wine and drinks, whiskey. And just over there is my Queen's Street. That is a Queen Street, and my accommodation is located at 62 Queen's Street. Again, this is GoMA, Glasgow. Oh, sorry again, I'm making lots of mistakes today, because I'm sometimes confused. GoMA means G in GoMA, G means Glasgow, which is not the case. I came from this place all the way, and GoMA, and then Queen's Street. So on the Queen's Street is the main. So Queen's Street is the main city center. This is very popular statue, and often it is also mocked because of that crown that is placed on the person in the statue, which is quite funny. And there is Tesco, a supermarket, and just that way is my Merchant City house accommodation in yellow. Yes, that one. So my accommodation, just beside my accommodation is Sainsbury. There is Sainsbury, and then my accommodation in yellow, and then Travelodge Hotel, Cafe Nero, Nehru, and then this Tesco. And at the end of the building, this is, I don't know what, Debenhams, probably shop. Downwards are shops, famous shops like JD. I think I can see it, yes, JD, and many other brands. So opposite to my accommodation is this Max's bar, and then at the downstairs there in their basement they have nightclub. In the nightclubs on weekends people go for drinks and dancing. Everyone, every Scottish people will be there, especially the youngsters who are within the age brackets from 18 to 35 probably. So this is Queen's Street in terms of my accommodation, and from that side is Miller Street. But interestingly, this is located in the city center. So my accommodation is the best possible accommodation I can ever imagine, because it is located in the city center. When I was coming for the very first time, I booked my accommodation from Pakistan. That seemed, at the beginning I was a bit confused whether I should go ahead with that or not, because I was not familiar with how far away it can be from my university. But when I came over here, I was very much satisfied that I'm at the best place and at a reasonable charges, which is £480 per month. That means £110 per week.